watched a movie that's been on my list for a while because it was really highly rated. And I understand why it was highly rated and why it's not so highly rated with me. And that is because it was a victim of its time. And it was a movie called The Host. Or excuse me, it's just called Host, not The Host. That was I think that was the Korean monster movie we watched.
Yep.
This one's called Host, and it got really popular. It's only about an hour long when the pandemic hit and no one could go anywhere. And these people got together. There's, I think, less than 10 of them, maybe 8 or 10, and filmed a horror movie on Zoom.
Is this from Australia? Were they in Australia?
Actually, you know what? Maybe a couple did have British accents now that I think about it. Or I don't think they were Australian. They could have been.
I think I remember reading about it, and it was like New Zealand or somewhere.
Now that I think about it, that 2 of them did have accents distinctly. Anyway, spoilers abound. They basically have a séance via Zoom. And a lot of really good special effects, a la kind of Paranormal Activity. So there's some jump scares and stuff. But you and I do this every week, and we also do it in other aspects of our careers. And it's kind of like watching a Zoom call. It's not that fun. So I get it. They get like 10 stars for ingenuity and creativity. But as far as execution, it's just kind of dull to me now. So,
well, you would have to, you would have to direct it very, very specifically and strongly so that they're using the frame correctly and they're not, the scares work, like the picture you've got, you could have something over the girl's shoulder in the back, yada, yada, and a lot of times we're so used to it since the camera's not moving, we're so used to it that when you frame something like that, you and I immediately would go, and we're looking at that doorway back in the corner because something's going to come out. Well, I know it's going to happen.
But in this, they do some things that kind of amaze me. I was like, how the hell did they do that? Like someone will be talking on the Zoom call and all of a sudden they'll get yanked back into that doorway, the chair and all, just like Paranormal Activity. And I'm like, how the fuck did they do that? They must have had a guy back there with a rope.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Jerk 'em.
Yanks her.
Yep.
So, it's worth checking out. It's less than an hour of your time. But like I said, if you're kind of over Zoom calls, then you may be bored.
Zoom fear, Zoom horror.
So that was my week.
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.